My girlfriend is upset her best friend cut ties over our relationship. My gal's been down in the dumps lately, and it's tearing me up inside. Her closest pal, a fellow we'll call Tom, up and quit their friendship 'cause she's with me now. Here's how it all started. Me and her, we're together, and she's got this history with Tom from work. They met a couple years back and got real tight, leaning on each other like old oak trees in a storm. He was her rock when she was clawing her way out of a rotten 2-year romance that left her heart bruised and battered after a breakup that was uglier than a mud-stuck hog. She'd been with a guy who tore her down, and Tom helped her pick up the pieces. On the flip side, she was there for him too, helping him wrestle with some nasty family messes that still ain't sorted out. She's one of the few folks he's got, his go-to when the world's weighing heavy. To her, he was the best friend she ever had. She swears up and down that before I showed up, it was all platonic, nothing romantic brewing. She laid it out plain for me. Tom had a thing for her, told her he wanted to be more than friends. At first, she thought maybe there was something there, but her heart didn't follow, and she told him so, clear as day. Thing is, he took it like she just needed time to warm up to the idea, not that she wasn't feeling it at all. He even asked her to pinky swear that when she was ready to date, he'd be the one she'd pick. I reckon that's a strange ask, and she says she set him straight again, telling him it wasn't about Timon, it was about her not seeing him that way. Guess that didn't sink in too deep. When me and her started going steady, we agreed to keep it hush-hush at work, keep things professional, you know? I ain't one for smooching or hand-holding in front of folks anyhow, especially not on the job, so we were flying under the radar. But then some loudmouth we both know let it slip to Tom that we were an item. Next thing, he's firing off a text to her right there at work, something like, "How's that guy you're with?" and it turns into a big ol' blowout. They're arguing right there on the clock, both of 'em crying by the end of it. He tells her he's done, says he can't be her friend no more and calls her rotten for being with me. This is just a couple weeks into me and her datin'. She comes clean to me about it all when I ask, says she shot him a message telling him to cool his jets and respect that she's got a boyfriend now. A few days later, I check in with her, 'cause they still work together sometimes, and I'm frettin' about how she's holding up. She tells me they patched things up, and he said something like, "It's fine you're with him, just don't ditch me as a friend." That lit her up with a smile, and I'm glad she's happy, but the way he put it rubbed me funny, sounded like he's trying to call shots he don't get to call. Still, he means the world to her, so I nod along, say it's a bit odd but I'm all for her keeping him close if it keeps her smiling. Then a few days roll by, and we're working different shifts. We figure I'll swing by for a coffee and walk her to her car after her day's done. She meets me where I'm at, we grab the brew, and we're strolling toward her parking spot, chatting away. We're by the stairwell near her exit, and out of nowhere, her face goes white as a ghost, and she yanks me into the stairs. I'm like, what in tarnation's going on? She says a coworker was coming our way, and she didn't want 'em stirring up gossip. Turns out this coworker's tight with Tom. Now, we weren't even touching, just talking, so it struck me as queer. I tell her I ain't keen on feeling like a crook just for walking my gal to her car, and I sure ain't changing how I treat her to make some outsider comfy. She says sorry, swears it's just 'cause this coworker's a rumor mill, nothing to do with Tom. I'm still uneasy, but we're fresh in this thing, and we both wanted to keep it low-key, not sneaky, just quiet, so I let it slide. A week or so later, we're on opposite shifts again, and we plan the same coffee-on-walk deal. This time, I head up to her spot. Didn't know Tom was pulling the same shift. Soon as he clocks me with her, he's staring us down like a hawk, then storms off looking like he's been kicked in the gut. She chases after him, leaving me standing there. I shoot the breeze with some other folks for a bit till she comes back. As we head for coffee, I ask what that was all about. She brushes it off, says it's nothing. I ain't buying it, tell her I reckon he's still sweet on her. That gets her riled up, and she snaps, guess I'll just cut him loose then. I tell her that ain't what I want, just that she's gotta draw a line with him to keep our things solid, and I trust her to tell me if he don't toe it. Later, she admits he was upset 'cause he needed to vent about some family junk, nothing to do with me, and couldn't 'cause she was with me instead. Weeks pass, and we're both on the graveyard shift. We sneak a quick lunch break together, just 15 minutes to catch up. She gets up, wanders over to say something to a coworker, ends up behind a pillar, tapping away on her phone at 2 in the morning. I stroll over, and she flips out of her texts faster than a jackrabbit. We sit back down, and I ask if her mom's alright. She stumbles, says it was Tom, something about the next day's schedule. I point out it's mighty peculiar he's up this late, seeing as he's on days. She says he was griping about another coworker. Something ain't sitting right, but I let it be. Then comes New Year's weekend. We've got a few days off together, and I roll up Saturday morning to get her. Her eyes are redder than a barn door, puffed up like she's been bawling. Only other time I've seen her like that was when her pup passed. I ask if she's okay, what's wrong? She says it's nothing, claims she slept with a heating pad on her face for a headache and laughs it off. I don't push. New Year's Eve, we're talking, and she's scrawling her call log. I spot 2 missed calls from Tom and 1 she made to him. That night, I spill my guts, tell her I'm frettin' about Tom, suggest we hang out with him in a group so I can get to know him, ease my mind. She hits me with, ain't no need for that, we ain't friends no more. I'm floored, point out they're always texting, even when we're together on our rare free time, and she's tight-lipped about it. I saw those calls too. She says he rang her Friday night, asked if we were still a thing, got mad when she said yeah, and told her he can't be her friend while I'm around. That's all she gives me of their talk. I'm torn up, she's lost her best bud of 2 years cause of me. I'm mad she fibbed when I asked what was wrong, stickin' to that heating pad story, denying she even cried. I hate that I'm always the one pryin' when something feels off instead of her comin' to me. She says she'd tell me when she was ready. I feel like a heel for being too nosy or jealous. New Year's Day, we're on the couch, and she opens up about missin' Tom something fierce. I try to cheer her up, say maybe he just needs time to get over her and he'll come back as a friend who respects her life. But my doubts take over, and we end up in a row about everything up till now. She says she wasn't ready to talk but wouldn't lie when I asked about the calls. She thinks I'm making it all about me when she's the one who lost her best pal. She says talking to Tom's no different than chatting with any other friend. I feel like a jackass, apologize for turning her pain into my problem. We part ways after that, just texting and quick visits since, mostly 'cause our schedules don't line up. This whole thing kicked off weird. I've been burned before, cheated on in every way, and I'm trying not to drag that baggage here. My buddies all say dump her, but they're in my corner, and a couple work with her, hinting she's left out stuff about her and Tom, like how she acts different with him, how folks thought they were a couple. She swears she treats him like anyone else. We've got other hiccups too, intimacy stuff that's better now, near breakups over not seeing each other enough. I'm crazy about her, she's kind, sharp, always helping folks who are hurtin'. Maybe too much. I need more trust, but I can't bring it up, she's hurtin' from losing Tom cause of me. I'm wondering if I should call it quits, loving her but doubting her, feeling like a fool for even thinking it. Days later, I'm still mulling it over. We might not fit, and it ain't just Tom. She's a lone wolf, and our opposite shifts mean we barely see each other. Yesterday, her mom got sick, so she had to bail on our plans to look after her. I know that's true, and family's first. Today, her mom's better, but she's gotta prep for her side gig teaching. I'm hurt 'cause I need to talk, but she's always got something popping up. About a third of our plans fizzle like that. She hates planning ahead 'cause it stresses her out. Early on, she'd say stuff like, "Don't quit on me," calling herself tough to love. Today, she nixed our plans again, set tin up breakfast tomorrow before I head out for a week. I tell her I'm sore about it, just wanted a quick hug, she's 5 minutes away. She texts back, "I feel like I'm wrong for needin' time, like you want me ready the second you're up." Her work's for months off, but no offer to swing by. I say sorry for making her feel rushed, that I want her to want me, not pity me, that I'm checkin' in 'cause I love her and she's huttin'. She offers a pity stop after dropping her mom somewhere. I'm deflated, tell her I need space tonight but still want breakfast. I love her, but I can't keep feelin' this shaky. If we split, it'll gut me, I've never fallen this hard. I'm looking at therapy 'cause this is ripping open old wounds. Next day, we meet up. I'm 26, she's 26, Tom's 25. We talk, and she don't see nothing wrong with how it all went down. She loves her way, and it ain't what I need. I tell her I'm slippin' toward a dark place, like a bomb's tickin' in me, ready to blow. I end it, can't see a way forward. She's good, I care for her, but I ain't fit to be with anyone right now. I feel small, jealous, worthless. I tell her I want her happy, not waitin' on me, that I ain't a good partner. She says I'm brave, that she'll always respect me, that I should be proud for choosin' myself. She's tore up, and when I ask if we can be friends, seein' her hurt kills me. I'm scared Tom'll swoop in, playin' friend just to keep her down, but I can't step in, I'm too busted up. I ain't feelin' lovable, like we're two good folks who just don't click. Thanks for helpin' me sort this mess, I can't see straight without y'all. Weeks later, I find out she's with Tom now, after 4 months with me. A buddy who works with him says Tom spilled that they're datin'. She told Tom we just grabbed coffee a few times, bull. We were deep in it, exclusive, talkin' future, meetin' family, sleepin' together. She gave him a promise ring, and they might move in. He's wonderin' why I've got him blocked, askin' my buddy what's up cause her story don't add up. She don't know he told me. I've got letters from her provin' we were real. Should I meet him, spill the truth over breakfast? Part of me wants closure, part wants her caught. Or should I let it go? I feel for Tom, he's been fed lies too. What do I say, how do I say it, or do I just walk away? So, a while back, I laid out this whole mess about me and my gal, well, ex-gal now, and her buddy Tom, who works with her. If you want to dig into the full scoop, you can poke around my past ramblings, but here's the short of it, she kept telling me Tom couldn't take a hint that she wasn't into him, and he was threatening to ditch their friendship cause she was with me. I ended up pulling the plug on us, cause I couldn't shake this gnawin' feelin' I couldn't trust her, and it was grindin' me down to a nub. Now, here's the kicker I just found out, turns out she's shacked up with Tom now, just 4 months after we called it quits. My good pal, who still punches the clock with Tom, says he was moaning to her about his love life, and that's how it slipped out, they're a couple. Get this, she's telling him me and her were nothing but a few coffee runs and some hangouts. That's a load of hogwash. We were thick as thieves, talking about being exclusive, planning ahead, meeting her folks and friends, and yeah, we were rolling in the hay too. She's even slipped a promise ring on his finger, not the marined kind, but still something, and they're mullin' over movin' in together. Tom's scratching his head, wondering why I've got him locked out of my social media, and he's been fishin' with my pal for my side of the tale, cause something ain't addin' up for him. My buddy played dumb and ran straight to me with the news. Now I'm sittin' here, went on whether I oughta sit him down over some eggs and bacon and lay out the real deal. I've still got these sappy letters she wrote me, proof in black and white that we were way more than casual. I'm a softy, kept him tucked away. Part of me's itchin' to hash it out with him for my own peace, and part of me's hankerin' to see her squirm when the truth hits the fan. But then I wonder if I should just let the dust settle and move on. I kinda feel for Tom, he ain't spotless in this, but she's been feedin' him a line just like she did me, and he don't even know it. So, what do I do? Call him up, spill the beans? If I do, what do I say, how do I play it? Or do I just keep my trap shut and let him figure it out? I'm torn, and that's where I'm at.